Hi, loves. So today's video is about getting your first tarot reading. I know that this can be intriguing and maybe scary, mystical. So we're going to talk about some suggestions for you if you're interested in getting a reading, and I'll also share a little bit about my very first professional reading. So I actually started reading cards for myself before I ever went to anyone. I'm trying to check it. Yeah, that's correct. To check my memory. That particular lady that I went to had a shop. It was in downtown Oakland. I'm from Oakland, California. And when I look back on it, it was her and her daughter. And to be honest with you, I don't know how sincere they were, being honest. It was definitely a learning experience though. She did give me some insight into like using tools and things because I wasn't a tool user. I'm talking about like oils and things like that, and you could try this. So that was helpful. She kind of set me off on that path. Now I make my own stuff. Right. So grateful. I'm grateful to her for that. But uh, I wish I had this video. I'll just put it like that. So, anyways, um, let's first talk about your perspective. uh Come in with an open heart and an open mind, all right? And I think a great perspective to have is you're seeking advice, right? From a counselor, a mentor. Let's say you're talking to maybe like I want to say even maybe like you're a psychologist or a professional health uh practitioner or your spiritual practitioner. Think about it in like that. Don't think about it as this is my crystal ball, smoke and mirrors. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Just bring it down several notches. You're having a heart to heart with someone who has insight because they use the tarot cards, which are a tool. Okay, they're just a tool. You can learn how to use them yourself. Just like you learn how to use the alphabet, you can learn how to read for yourself. And what happens is over time, if your practitioner that you go to, if they're with energy, they're going to get better and refine their skills. This is a skill set. I have now become air quotes more psychic than I was 11 years ago when I first started. Nowadays, when I do readings, there's usually one thing that I say that the person is like, "How did you know that?" I wasn't doing how did you know that at the beginning, okay? But I knew how to read the cards and I knew how to give advice, pragmatic advice. So come from that perspective, okay? Next, why are you getting a reading? Write down your questions and try to be a little bit more detailed, okay? So zero down. Don't just say, will I ever get a man or will I ever get a woman? No, I'm going to need for you to be more specific. Do you want a husband? Do you want a wife? Do you want a lover? What is it that you want? I need for you to be specific, okay? Time frames. I'm getting guided to tell you about time frames. Time frames differ and change depending on your residence. So let's say you are aligned to meet someone in a month, right? And the reader is like, oh, I see it in a month. But then something happens. Maybe you get derailed at work. Maybe you lose your job or a family crisis. That shifts your energy and it shifts timelines too. We are all magnets for whatever it is that we're attracting, and we can change our that law of attraction vibration in an instant with whatever is happening. So be mindful of that. And I don't tend to do timelines that are set in stone, but I might say it based on what I see today in this moment. It's a forecasting. Think about it like that. It's a forecasting. The weather changes. Based on what I see today, this is what's happening because of your energy conditions. Like you think about the weather conditions, right? The current weather conditions are da 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 da. Your current energetic conditions are da 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 da. Okay, I just wanted to say that too because I think a lot of people are curious about timelines. Have your questions, okay? And try to be as specific as possible with it because the more specific you can get, the better your reading is going to be. Okay, don't make it too broad, too general, too generic. Get specific. If you have patterns, for example, I have a pattern of not making enough money, or I make some money here and then it's like a desert for the next month. I want to know what's going on with that. Be specific. And try to zero down. And also talk about your intention with your practitioner too. So What is it that you want to accomplish? Don't just say to me, I want to be a teacher. What kind of teacher? What grade do you want to teach? What's your specialization? Like, be specific. Okay, that's going to help you, because then you'll have a much better reading. Because this is energy, right? If you're more aligned with what it is that you want, you'll get better answers. Okay. Let's talk about types of readers. I'm a very pragmatic type of reader. I live in an airy fairy space with this whole new agey stuff, but I'm not airy fairy. I'm just not. I, I'm a lot more grounded, but I do some airy fairy shit, right? So you might have people like me. Then you have people that are all love and light and all that. I do. It depends on the reader. You're going to have some readers who don't give you any tools or anything. They just do the reading. And maybe it's a very good reading. Maybe it's a not so great reading. So I'm just saying that to say to you, like, the different types of readers, they vary in style. Maybe they use a different type of spread. They might use a different type of deck. So don't come in thinking it's all one uniform thing, because it's not. One thing I think that's very important for you to think about is your rapport. When you sit down with that person after the first 5 or 6 minutes, if you can go like that and just have a flow with the person, that's also going to affect the reading. If you're just not really getting that, that will affect the reading too, right? So just be mindful of that. Think about who you have a natural heart connection with, vibe them out. Definitely look for reviews if you can find any. I get a lot through word of mouth referrals, which totally takes that out of the equation for me for the most part. But if you're just finding somebody on Google, for instance, that you have no personal review of, then that's going to be a little challenging. But just try to meet that person, that heart-to-heart connection, and that will help the reading go well. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about is accuracy. Some things may resonate with you and some won't. Point blank. It can depend on the way that the reader understands the information that they're seeing and how they present it to you, what they say, right? So be aware of that. And also, it depends on you. How are you phrasing your questions? Maybe I'm not getting the right insight that you're looking for, or the exact insight that you're looking for, because I don't understand the question in the way that I need to answer you. And I don't know how to look at the cards from that perspective unless that communication is just so. Sometimes this is the case too, okay? So you need someone who is intuitive, really. And that's one of my gifts that I use as a professional teacher and for my readings. Sometimes people don't say what they mean and I pick up on it. Not every reader can do that. They just don't have that type of intuition. It's different, okay? So be mindful of that. Now, we are going to do a reading. This is going to be a pick a card reading. I'm going to cut to my board and explain the whole process to you. So stay tuned for that. Let's see how you like this. This could be your first little preview into having your first reading. Remember to like this video and subscribe for more. I will be doing more pick a card readings on this channel moving forward, and I'm so excited. Yay! I have like a whole list. So be looking forward to those. And yeah, see you in a minute. Hi, loves. So as promised, this is the pick a card reading, and you can find me on Facebook at Clarity with Kim. I will be jotting down some notes, maybe some words or affirmations here in the insight section. So for a pick a card reading, you're going to pick your pal. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, and then choose which pal you're connected to, 1, 2, or 3. And then you will, that's going to be your reading. And this is what to focus on for this month. We are in June. This is June 2019. Okay. So, I work with angels, and this is the Archangel Michael deck and the traditional tarot deck. So let's start with number 1. Okay. If you have number 1, the card is Write about your thoughts and feelings. So you need to get clear. It feels like there's a lot going on inside your head, and you just need to write down everything, organize it, and then you'll be able to make better decisions. The prayer is, thank you for helping me into my God-given creativity, or helping me tap into my God-given creativity and wisdom, so I clearly express myself and glean insight, blessing, and healing. Okay, let's take a look at the deck itself. These are the tarot cards, okay? Okay, I'm already getting insight. It feels like you've been working on something for a while, right? And you've gotten stronger, but maybe you finished it, but it didn't end how you wanted it to, right? It fell short. So you're going to have to try again. I'm being encouraged to tell you to not give up. Take the lessons you've learned from this experience and try again. Try again. You're close. You just need to get a little bit more alignment. And I'm moving because I need to get my pen. 1 second. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to give you is perseverance. Okay. And determination. How do you persevere? Write about that. That can be a writing activity. What have you done to persevere and get this far? Sometimes when we are persevering, we don't stop to think about what it is that we do. When you become clear about what it is that you do, it becomes a tool, because then you can keep using it to get from point A to point B. The other thing is determination. Think of someone who has exhibited great determination, either personally, professionally, in the world, or whatever, and draw strength from them. Draw strength from their story and their experience, because that will help you. Okay? The last card here is, you kind of feel a little withered right now. You're out of balance. So I'm going to encourage you to take some time off. Maybe even a month. I feel like a month. It may feel like it's too long, but you need to heal and let these lessons that you've learned from this experience integrate before you start again. So choose a date to restart and then rest. Read a book. Go get your nails done. Put your feet in the water. Take some time to rest. And I'm being guided to tell you that you'll probably get some more insight into something related to whatever this project is during this time of rest that you wouldn't get if you just went back into it. So value yourself and value your rest. And remember, you are the vessel for your blessing. So in order for it to come in, you have to maintain yourself. So take some time out to do that. Okay, pile number 1, this is your reading. I'm going to timestamp this, or at least note the timestamp. So for pile number 2, you'll see your reading. Let's see. So the Michael card, let's try to get it into focus. This is your life's purpose. Wow. Ooh. Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so that I am taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. This is such a beautiful card. I'm low-key gonna take this because I'm working on a new vision board. Yeah. I'm gonna keep that one out because that's resonating with me. All right. Maybe this is my reading for myself too. Ooh, okay, so deaf people are so afraid of this card. This is a transition card, okay? It's about transitioning. We'll talk about it in just a second. Let me pull the other cards. Ooh, lots of change and shape shifting. Ooh, I'm here for this last little card, honey. Okay, let's talk about this reading. What you been doing? What you've been doing and what you've been working on, okay? I want to know. So you might have already felt the winds of change and been resistant to them, like, I don't want to quit that job, but you really needed to quit that job. Or I don't want to move from that house, but you really, you was going to move from that house anyways because that was your destiny. Prepare if you haven't. This is about grounding for the transition. You may not know the exact details, but get prepared. Set some money aside. Everything costs money, right? If you have to suddenly hire a mover or take a month off from work, you have money in your account. Prepare. Have your plan of action ready for this transition. That way, it won't be so scary because you're probably have it putting your head in the sand because you're like, I don't want to do it because it's scary. Well, honey, money makes things less scary. Set aside some money for whatever comes, whatever this transition is going to be. The winds of change are there so that when it comes, you ain't even got a trip. You just land on your feet and you keep it moving. Nobody has time for rough transitions. This is about doing it in a grounded, conscious way. You don't need to know all the details, and you probably don't. It might be a sudden thing that comes, but just if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, right? That's the expression. So this is about transition. Then this is about the winds of change. Like I said, maybe you're not quite sure what's going to happen, but you know that something is changing and shifting, and you don't quite know the direction that it's going in. Just this aspect of the transition can take some faith, right? A little bit of faith and a little, oh, I don't know. You are going to have to remain grounded. One thing you can do to remain grounded is your routine. Create your routine. So for you, that's something I'm going to put here. Ground. You're going to have to, I'm looking at the camera and writing. Let me just write. You're going to have to create something familiar within what is unfamiliar and changing to you right now. So create your routine. I wake up at this time. I go to bed at this time. On Monday, I do this. On Tuesday, I do that. That will help create a sense of security and help stabilize you doing this change. If you need insight to that, then you know what? I'm working with Michael for this reading. You can say Archangel Michael. His name means who is like God. I tend to use the meanings of their names. So who is like God is aligning my routine so that I accomplish my intention. And think about what your intention is, because this is about the details. You don't know the details, but you probably know what you want. You want a roof over your head. You want food in the refrigerator. You want increased income. Write all those things down and be clear about that so that when it does manifest, it at least manifests how you intend, okay? You might not know the how, and that's the question here is the how. That will be revealed to you. That's the part that's going to take the faith. This is about support. The outcome is positive, stronger, getting an ally of some sort, a partner. It could be romantic, it could be business, but attracting that perfect person. This is really about attracting that perfect person to help you and anchor you and stabilize what doesn't feel so certain or stable right now. So look for that too. And you can pray for your blessing. I pray for someone to come in and help me, aid me, guide me, give me support, give me guidance. Pray for what you need, okay? However you pray for it and align for it before it happens. You can align for this to be a grounded transition. It doesn't have to be a roller coaster ride. That's unnecessary, okay? So that's your reading, group number 2. It seems like maybe this is about work, because it says this is your life's purpose. So it might be related to work. And I'm trying to be clear. The transition or change might be related to work, okay? I want to be clear about that. All right. Last deck. What does Archangel Michael say? He says, I'm trying to get this to stabilize. Let me put it down. Let's see if I can get it. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay, I'm trying to get it to focus. Ooh. Bear with me, y'all. Ooh, Lord, let me see. I want you to read it too, or be able to see it. Technical difficulties. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm going to read this. Dear God and Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over me and my loved ones. Name specific individuals. Please help me feel secure and at peace, and fill me with faith so that I may focus on my priorities and enjoy a healthful, happy life. Okay, that's what it says. I'm sorry you might not be able to read it, but that's what it says. Okay, so maybe you're having some family issues, some problems at home. Maybe someone's in the hospital or sick and you're not quite sure what's happening with them. This is just reassurance that everything's going to be okay, even though it doesn't really look like it right now. Okay? It feels like you are the caregiver or the provider in this situation, and you might just be feeling a little lack of confidence around your ability to handle this situation. You can do this. You are already equipped with what you need. You just need to trust yourself. Okay, so trust. Let's put here self-belief. And if you do not have faith in yourself, ask for more confidence around what you are struggling with or facing right now. Okay, so you might say, I'm asking more guidance and strength and confidence around whatever the situation is. Pray about it. You can use that as your prayer, okay, to help you get more aligned with it. Or I am asking for this resource. Don't be afraid to ask for people to help you. You don't have to do this alone. This doesn't have to be a you effort. This can be a team or a group effort, okay? So take that too. I'm also being encouraged to tell you to take care of yourself. If you get sick, how can you take care of the person that you're taking care of right now? You can't. Take care of yourself. You're carrying a heavy load. Look at this guy, right? And there's more behind you too. There's other stuff going on. You can't even deal with all of it. So you're just taking what you can. And you need to find peace with that too. Sometimes you cannot carry everything at once. Some things do need to just wait. So one thing you need to do is prioritize. Write down all the challenges from largest to smallest and just start with the easiest ones or start with the ones that are most pressing. And don't worry about the other things. They'll sort themselves out in due time. Due time. Lastly, by the time you get done with this, you will be stronger financially. Something will happen where you'll have learned from this experience and it's related to your money and your abundance, and you'll prosper because of it. So even though it's challenging right now, know that a blessing is on the other end or the other at the end of the rainbow. I'm getting that silver lining thing. There is a silver lining coming, whether it's some money, some much needed financial support, which quite frankly will help you with these other things over here that you probably can't deal with right now because you're putting all your resources to the other stuff that you have on your back right now. So then all of that will clear, okay? That's the vibe that I'm getting. This is your reading pile number 3. What I'll do is take a picture of this card since I cannot get it to focus from nothing so you can see it. Okay, everyone, that concludes the reading. Please like this video, comment about what resonated with you below, and then also, once again, here are the words and the things that came up. Please listen again for what I told you regarding your deck, or if you want to look at all of these, for your pile, if you want to look at all of these, you can too. Thank you so much. You can find me on Facebook at Clarity with Kim if you would like a reading. I incorporate Reiki into my readings as well. Thank you so much. Bye.